At some point in life, almost everyone looks at someone successful and thinks, they were lucky. We see the polished result, the business empire, the recognition, the wealth, the confidence, and we assume the journey must have been smooth. But success rarely arrives wearing comfort. More often, it enters through struggle, rejection, sleepless nights, and moments when quitting feels easier than continuing. Behind every rise, there is a story of pain that most people never see. The journey from struggle to success is not a straight road. It is a battlefield of doubt, discipline, patience, and persistence. It begins in places no one applauds, in small rooms, failed attempts, unpaid efforts, and silent sacrifices. Success is not built in the spotlight. It is built in the dark, where no one is watching. Struggle is often misunderstood. People think struggle is a sign of failure, but in reality, struggle is the training ground of greatness. It teaches lessons comfort never can. When life becomes difficult, it forces a person to discover strength they never knew they had. Hunger creates creativity. Pressure creates resilience. Failure creates wisdom. These are not punishments. They are preparation. Consider the lives of people who changed history. Most of them were not born into privilege. They faced rejection, poverty, criticism, and uncertainty. Their success was not the absence of hardship. It was the result of refusing to surrender to it. Abraham Lincoln lost elections before becoming president. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before creating the electric light bulb. Steve Jobs was removed from the company he founded before returning to transform it into one of the greatest companies in the world. Their rise was built on setbacks, not shortcuts. One of the most dangerous traps in modern life is the obsession with instant success. Social media has created the illusion that success should be fast, glamorous, and effortless. People compare their chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. They see the reward but ignore the years of invisible work behind it. This mindset destroys motivation because it makes people impatient. Real success is slow. It demands consistency long before it gives recognition. The first critical point in the rise toward success is mindset. Before circumstances change, thinking must change. A person trapped in excuses will remain trapped in results. Success begins when responsibility replaces blame. It starts when someone says, "No matter what happened to me, I will still choose to rise." That decision is powerful because it shifts control from the world back to the individual. Mindset also determines how failure is interpreted. Weak thinking sees failure as proof to stop. Strong thinking sees failure as feedback to improve. Every successful person learns to reframe pain. They stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" That shift changes everything. Discipline is the second pillar of transformation. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is dependable. Motivation comes and goes with emotion, but discipline continues even when energy disappears. Success belongs to those who show up when they do not feel like it. Waking up early, learning new skills, managing money wisely, staying focused. These small acts repeated daily create extraordinary outcomes over time. People often underestimate the power of routine. Greatness is rarely dramatic. It is usually boring. It is choosing the gym over excuses, books over distractions, savings over unnecessary spending, and long-term growth over short-term pleasure. These decisions may seem small, but over years, they separate ordinary lives from exceptional ones. Another major part of the journey is learning how to handle rejection. Rejection is painful because it attacks identity. A job application gets ignored, a business idea fails, people do not believe in your vision. But rejection is not always denial. Sometimes it is redirection. Many people discover their true path only after doors close in front of them. What feels like loss may actually be protection. Patience is equally important. Seeds do not become trees overnight. Success has seasons. There is planting, watering, waiting, and only then harvesting. Many people quit during the waiting season because they mistake silence for failure. But progress is often invisible before it becomes obvious. The person learning a skill, building trust, saving capital, or improving character may not see immediate results, but the foundation is being laid. Environment also shapes the rise. The people around you influence your standards, your thinking, and your energy. Negative circles normalize excuses and mediocrity. Growth requires distance from people who drain ambition. Success often demands loneliness before it brings recognition. Sometimes the rise begins when you walk away from comfort zones and surround yourself with people who challenge your potential. There is also a spiritual dimension to struggle that many overlook. Hardship humbles the ego. It teaches gratitude, patience, and perspective. It reminds people that success without character is empty. Wealth without peace is poverty in disguise. True success is not just financial achievement. It is becoming someone worthy of what you earn. Character must rise with income, or success becomes dangerous. This is why some people reach the top and still feel empty. They chased applause instead of purpose. Real success is meaningful when it aligns with values. It is not just about making money. It is about making impact. It is not just about being known. It is about being valuable. A person who lifts others while climbing rises higher than one who only climbs for themselves. The final truth about success is that the journey never really ends. Every new level brings new challenges. The goal is not to reach a place where struggle disappears. The goal is to become the kind of person who can handle greater responsibility. Growth is continuous. The rise is not a destination. It is a lifelong process of becoming stronger, wiser, and more useful. If you are in a season of struggle right now, remember this: your current pain is not your final identity. The chapter you are in is not the whole book. Many people give up just before the breakthrough because they mistake difficulty for defeat. But the truth is, struggle often appears strongest right before transformation. Do not be ashamed of humble beginnings. Do not fear slow progress. Do not let temporary failure define permanent decisions. Keep building. Keep learning. Keep showing up. The climb may be exhausting, but the person you become on the way up is worth more than the success itself. Your rise is not about proving people wrong. It is about proving to yourself that you were capable of more than fear allowed you to believe. Success is not reserved for the lucky. It belongs to those who refuse to stop. So rise. Rise from the doubt, the setbacks, the criticism, and the failures. Rise from the version of yourself that settled for less. Your story is still being written, and the most powerful chapter may be the one you are living right now. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs strength today. Leave a comment about the struggle you are determined to overcome, and remember, every great success story begins with someone who decided not to quit.